Well, there's the whole debate, which I don't know if it's still a raging debate, but I remember I interviewed Del Close once when I first moved here, and I knew nothing about improv, and my assignment was to write a story about improv. And I had lunch with him, and I basically said, "What's improv?" And he was as nice as could be in explaining it. But he talked about, and I'm sure you've heard it a million times, the debate over what Second City might do using improv as a means to then developing a sketch show versus what you guys do, the long-form improv for the sake of itself. Is that a debate that still rages in the city?
I wouldn't say it rages. Haven't gotten into a really decent fight about it in a while.
Del seemed like he had gotten into fights about it.
Yes.
Yeah, well, at the time, the other pole was really active as well. It was embodied, I guess, in Bernie and Bernie Solins,
Right.
and there were two strong personalities who were like working in and around each other at that time as well. So that debate was pretty live. But it seems like Chicago has validated the fact that improvising for its own sake is worth seeing. You know, theaters live on it, and so I think in that way, at least, that half of the argument's been validated. I would say.
Well, and on the other side, I understand that too, because not all improvisation is worth watching. I understand that, and just by its very nature, it is not going to be entertaining 100% of the time.
When you see bad improv, do you get nervous and feel bad on behalf of the performers?
No, I get mad. I get mad. I don't feel, but there is that thing when you see bad improv, when you see a bad play, when you see bad performance, you do get nervous. It's like, oh man, I thought you were going to take care of me, and now I feel betrayed.
Yeah.
Look at you making me nervous for you.
Now, you guys have both had pretty successful careers away from I.O. You do the Sonic commercials.
Correct.
Where is Sonic?
Where?
The of recognition.
My people. Where
could I find one?
I think the closest one is in Aurora.
Aurora.
But they're opening up more and more.
All right. I know you're not the well, you are the spokesperson for them. But
one of the growing franchise of people that they have.
Oh, really?
There's a gal crew and a boy girl crew and a mom daughter crew.
Really?
It's like
Do you
Law and
resent
Order
that?
for
That it was
commercials.
Sonic SVU. What is the thing with their drinks? They have like 8 million varieties of drinks. What is that?
They have all these flavors you can add.
They have a lot of limeades.
They got limeades.
I love that.
But you can get the lime or the AIDS separately if you want. You
get AIDS in a cup?
Don't. No. But they have like it's almost like if you remember going to like a carnival and you get a snow cone. There's like 15 different flavors that you can have put in there. Well, you can have that added to drinks if you want to, and so mathematically it charts out that there's 100 and something thousand different kinds of things you could have all mixed together.
How many have you tried?
Maybe 4. I'm kind of a Diet Coke guy, so. But they're wonderful, and I'm contractually obligated to say that.
Not me.
And you've got a part coming up in Angels and Demons?
Uh-huh.
Tell me about that.
It's the book written by Dan Brown.
Right.
I got a job on the show.
It's a prequel, right?
Yep, it's the prequel, but in the movie it's the sequel.
Okay.
And
it filmed in Italy.
It filmed in Rome and in Los Angeles. They rebuilt They didn't get permission to shoot at St. Peter's, so they built St. Peter's in the parking lot of a casino racetrack. It was just great. It was absolutely great.
They can do anything.
It was
And they
amazing.
grabbed
You've
David
got
because they needed a fluent Italian speaker. They needed an English actor who could speak.
And you've got a lot of experience. Your wife wrote a book about.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
She wrote a book. A while ago, we just picked up and moved to Rome for a half a year and put our kids in school over there. And she wrote a book, Rome with Kids, a travel guide to go, an insider's guide to Rome.
Sure.
And it's good without kids too.
You were also quoted as saying, "If you want to."
I say a lot.
I do my research. If you want to work in TV or film as an actor, this, being Chicago, is a really stupid place to be.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. People can wish all they like, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
Why you guys stay?
Well, because I like doing what we do,
Okay.
and I really like Chicago. I've gotten enough jobs in TV and film to know that that's not all that fun. It just isn't. This is a pretty good time.
Yeah. Now I heard that you guys were working at one point on a completely improvised film. Is that still happening, or?
Well, they film. We go to New York and do shows too
Right.
at this theater in New York.
There was last year. Is that
Yeah.
the fella came to make a documentary and followed us around during the day, and then recorded the show. And I always thought that improvisation could not be like put on tape. There's the feel in the room where you're all just together, and you know, like half seconds don't look right on film. And it's a unique experience of what you were looking at and what you heard and what you saw. But this fella set up, I think, nine different cameras around the stage and did a real nice job of cutting it together. And so we cut together his interviews and the show, and made a film out of it that was accepted to the South by Southwest
Sure.
festival in March. So we may have to go to Austin.
And I think it's going to have some screenings here as well at a festival in April.
Oh, great.
And that should cash out its entire audience.
Yeah, that should do it.
And what else do you guys have coming up?
We're going to play again on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday night, 11 o'clock, over by Wrigley Field.
Get there early. I learned my lesson.
And you can quote me on that.
Ladies and gentlemen. You all right?
Yeah, I got a quote.
TJ Jagodowski, David Pasquesi.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
That's our show. Thank you so much for coming.